What is track bias? What does it mean?
So a track bias essentially means that the way that the races have been run and won are suggesting that there is a clear place to be within the track. On firm tracks, when I'm talking about summer racing, good 3, good 4 tracks, sometimes it's really hard to make ground. Big advantage to the leaders. That'll be an on-pace leader bias track. In winter, when we've got wet tracks, sometimes it's really hard to make ground up the inside and they get way out to the outside fence. Therefore, that advantages back markers that can sort of swoop out to get to those lanes that aren't as poorly deteriorated because of the rain and the wet tracks are on the inside there. So track bias, it changes often, but when it is happening, it's something to really take notice of and make sure you're factoring into your betting.
Barriers, let's talk about barriers. Why are they so important?
Barriers are very important. They can seriously make or break a horse's winning chance of a race, especially in a race like a Melbourne Cup when you've got 24 horses contesting the race. Ultimately, what a barrier comes down to is working out how much petrol a jockey and a horse need to spend through the first part of the race to get into an economical position that'll allow them to save as much energy as they can throughout the race to be able to finish off really strongly and be trying to win the race. If horses have drawn an outside barrier and it means that the jockey has to make a quick tactical decision, they might try and spear forward, but they've got to do too much work. That's going to negatively impact the horse's winning chance because they're not going to have as much in reserve for the finish. When you have a horse that's drawn a low barrier, often that means that they can just simply leave the barriers, find a spot really comfortably, have to do no early work, and that's going to set them up perfectly to win the race in the finish.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.